I think I just really want to show, captivate the fans of what the Spartans went through at that time. If they captivate the fans of that, I think they've done their job. The first 300, they did it, far and above. And I think they could do it again with this. Nowadays, they got some of the best producers. Mark Canton, you can't go wrong with a guy like that. He makes great films, and as far as me being in the film, maybe later in the future. I'm in my acting classes now. I'm still training to fight, so that and being a full-time father, I got my hands full. But I'm able to do each and everything. I'm a conqueror. I go out and I try to conquer things and get things done. And I want to make sure this life has its fullest and get the best out of it.
And that's exactly what you do, man. You get things done. You got your hands full, like you said, and everything you mentioned requires discipline. So what about discipline is important for you in your career, and how do you go about using it?
I think discipline starts in grade school, starts in high school, starts at home with parents, how they treat their children. You give them discipline and they're able to use that. I was able to use that through wrestling. When I wrestled in high school, wrestling in college, I discipline of training, running, doing dietary, doing everything. In fighting, it transisted the same way. And in life, it's a business. Everything's a business. At the end of the day, it's about taking care of your family. And that's what I do right, and that's what I try to do. And if you don't have the discipline, you're not going to do it. You're going to have a job at McDonald's, and there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you prefer. But I prefer is get the most out of this life as I can now.
You mentioned being a father. I just want to ask you, what has been some of the most rewarding aspects of being a father, and why is it important that, fathers are in their child's lives?
When your son reaches over to you and says, "Dad, I love you," or your son reaches over to you after he was sick and says, "Dad, thank you for taking care of me," at the age of 4.5, being a part of a kid's life as a little boy, my father wasn't there for me that much, so I want to give my kid everything I never had. And that's why, being a full-time father and a single father, I make sure I do the right things, schedules, discipline, all those things is, some days we're like, "Dad, I don't like you." I was like, "You don't say that, come on." I was like, they understand that I'm trying to give them the right things. So they listen, and they're very, very smart, intelligent kids, and I try to give them every opportunity in the world that I possibly can.
You got to go watch this film. You're watching films with gladiators, and you yourself, you're a modern-day gladiator. What have been 3 keys to success as far as you becoming this real-life, modern-day gladiator?
Sacrifice, discipline, and a lot of hard training.